It is officially day 6 of the reading rush. I am on my way to go assist with a newborn shoot, so doing things a little different. First time out of the house, driving myself for quite a while, which is always exciting. I'm not probably going to get into any reading until later today. This is going to take up most of my morning, and I've also decided that I'm going to put today and tomorrow together in a vlog because of all the live streams I have tomorrow. I'm going to have a lot of videos going up in various different places that I want to save this weekend's vlog for uploading on Monday and just kind of squish them together, especially if I end up finishing the Readathon today, which is very, very likely. I think after I help with this newborn shoot, I'm going to stop at the grocery store real quick since I'm already out and about, and then home to cleanse myself, and then maybe get a few things made food-wise and just read. Seems nice and easy, right? I am back at home. I have changed. I'm kind of in my PJs. I'm just going to spend the day in my PJs, and I just don't care. But I have finished this last omnibus of Alice in the Country of Hearts. This is volume 5 and 6. I did go back and read 5, mainly because I started noticing things. I wanted to compare the translation of the original Tokyo Pop that I read to what was happening. Who printed this? The Yen Press. Yen Press did this omnibus, and there are definitely some differences in the translation. It seems odd saying this because Tokyo Pop doesn't seem like the one that wouldn't do the sanitizing, but this one almost felt softer in a way than the Tokyo Pop version. As for endings, this wasn't an ending. There's so many questions that are still like out there in the universe about her sister, about how everything works, that I'm a little frustrated with this because this had a lot of potential. I haven't gotten into Alice in the Country of Clovers, but it's kind of the same storyline but different. It's one of those what if something else kind of things. At least from what I've read, that's how I'm interpreting what that series is. But there are so many things that I have questions about in this stupid series that there's never going to be answers. It's going to drive me nuts. I mean, the whole thing with clocks, the whole thing with, all of them interfighting, and I think they have something to do with the numbers on a clock, if I was interpreting that right. And then the whole thing with her sister and the White Rabbit that I was sort of starting to pick up on, and the fact that she doesn't remember some things and they're locking all of those away. So many things, and it just kind of ends. What is that? Anyways, I'm gonna put this on the shelf and guess talk about it again on my wrap up. That means I am officially done with the reading rush. I'm gonna continue reading because I started, what is it called? Why is it gone? Cinderella is Dead last night, and I do want to finish that up during this weekend. I know I kind of went on a weird tangent about it at the end of the last vlog. I have some thoughts. The concept is intriguing. I'm struggling with it because I do like the Cinderella fairy tale. It's just one of those things. I grew up, and so I'm a little nostalgic about it. And the fact that they're putting such a dark mark on it is hard. And like I said, the main character, ooh, she's like nails on a chalkboard. But I'm learning and I'm growing, and I guess I'm going to be reading that for the rest of the day. Joy. Okay, small little update. I'm just taking a quick break. I'm a little further in Cinderella is Dead, and we're getting to the point where we're starting to hear the truth behind the story. I do sort of like what they did with some of that. I am trying to piece together why Cinderella did the things that she did and the truth behind that and what she was trying to accomplish. So there's some of that in there. Sophia, She is, she's still a little, for me, but it has gotten to the point where her father, especially her father, I'm just like, no, nope. I mean, I get where his paranoia and his fear and everything comes from because of how this society has been going for such a long time. But I almost wanted him, I mean, there were times where he was a little bit defiant and he wanted the best for Sophia. But then to just abandon her at the last second, just, it feels wrong, at least to me. And there's a greater mystery, there's a greater curse that's going on right now. I'm struggling, like I said, still struggling with Sophia a little bit. She's going through all of this stuff right now, but she's getting a little distracted by pretty girls. So that always, most of the time with characters like this, when they're in the knee deep in stuff, it annoys me when all of a sudden it's like, oh, but I see a love interest. I'm going to get distracted by that instead when there's bigger things going on in the world right now. And I get why it happens. We have teenagers, there are hormones, things happen, but that's just my little mini update. Just thought I'd let you know. The glares I'm getting right now. Okay, I'll leave you alone now. Enjoy your heat. We're here again, and probably for the last time for this readathon, because I have finished reading what is the name of the book. It's the easiest title ever to remember, and I can't remember it. Ah, yes, I finished Cinderella is Dead. It did get slightly better as I was reading. It does feel very shallow. The whole book feels very shallow. It feels underdeveloped. You don't really get why characters completely act the way they act. A lot of it is more for plot than anything else, because once Sophia met Constant, I feel like personalities transferred over to Constant, and so Constant was always the one who's very prickly and very much in your face about everything and very pushy towards things. And then Sophia suddenly seemed very wise in aspects that I'm like, where did this suddenly come from? Because, like, the very beginning of this book, you were not this way. This is not how you worked. Another thing I kind of noticed within this book, and part of it was because of the messaging that I think this book was trying to portray and where it was going with the story and all that kind of stuff, but men were very much put down in this book. They were all of the same very horrendous cloth. There were very few. There was maybe 2 men in this book that had, no, 3. There was 3 men in this book that weren't villains in some way, and that was Cinderella's dad, that was the dad of one of Sophia's friends, and then it was a boy that just was in the plot for a little while and was going to be Sophia's escape because he had like feelings as her, and he wanted society to be accepting of how he was. And then just because of certain events, he just kind of got dropped from the story because he wasn't relevant, at least until the end of the story again, in which we started thinking about him and he started back in on the story. And the biggest issue of all that I have about stories like these anymore is that very instant love kind of gross feelings that sometimes happen. And I know a lot of it is because we're reading about teenagers, and so there's hormones involved. And so a lot of times there's these very strong feeling connections, even though these characters really don't know each other because they haven't been together very, very long. But we went from 0 to 60 with Sophia and her, oh gosh, she started out the book very strongly in love with her girlfriend at the beginning of the book. But very soon after we met Constant, very soon after she just run away, things switched. And all of a sudden it was all about Constance. And every once in a while she would get this guilt about the fact that she was supposed to be madly in love with Aaron, and she had left Aaron, but Aaron had also told her that, she can't ever change who she is. She can't be as brave or move on quite the way that Sophia can. And I understand that because not everybody is built to be as defiant as Sophia apparently was. And I vastly dislike the fact that when we go back and Erin has been through some stuff because she's had to get married and she's living in a marriage that isn't the best, all of a sudden Erin turns into this very mean person that is like every other character who won't stand up and see what is going on. Where at the beginning, Erin's like, yes, I see these things, but I have to do this for me and my family because things are going to happen to us that I can't deal with. But all of a sudden, Erin is very cruel to Sophia. And I think it is done just so Sophia can move on to the new love interest without any guilt. So I have some very strong feelings. I think this could probably have been more developed. I think the world building could have been done better. The main villain, the guy who is orchestrating all of this, there really isn't. I mean, there's a little bit of a reason, but it doesn't give. I mean, there's a reason from when Cinderella existed till now why the cruelty is there. But before that, like, why? He suddenly just is, and we needed a man to totally blame. I don't know, guys. I mean, it's not horrible, and it's got some good messaging in it, like standing up for oneself and standing for change and all of that. I just think it was done with more of a hammer instead of a tapestry. And I like reading tapestries more than I like reading hammers. So I'm just gonna leave that there. I have no idea how many pages I've read today. I'm guessing, okay, so ballpark figures. Probably read about 280 pages to finish off Cinderella is Dead, if I'm guessing. And then Alice in the Country of Hearts was probably 400 and some pages. So I'm probably around 600, 700 pages for today. But of course, total on the screen is more accurate than my wild guesses. I am going to combine this with tomorrow's thoughts and feelings and everything else. I'm still going to film tomorrow, even though technically I have completed the reading rush. What am I going to read tomorrow? That is a different story. I mean, I do have Love from the Other Side, but I don't think I want to read that for this readathon. I think I want to read that when I'm not in the mood to just pick up things and just inhale them, because I want to do a full review over that one since it is set in the Girl from the Other Side universe, and since I've been doing reviews on all of those manga. I think I'm going to save that. I mean, I could probably think about picking up Food Wars again. Trying to think if there's any short books that I could pick up as well, and I don't have any off the top of my head.
But I have my live stream first thing in the morning because I like to sleep, and that ends up being first thing in the morning. And then I have Shay and my live show a couple hours after that, and it won't be probably until after that live show that I actually get any time to read. So like I said, it needs to be something like really, really short if I do pick up something tomorrow. I mean, I would like to get a couple pages in just so that I can say I read, just so I can say I read every day of the readathon. We'll see what I pick up. I mean, we'll see if, I'll try and find something, but I'm not 100% sure that I can do that. I don't want to start something tomorrow and not finish it. That's my only thing. I'm going to go to bed now, though, because Fia's very much telling me it's bedtime, and Albus is trying to bury himself over there because sleep is what we do now. So I guess I will just see you tomorrow, and whatever happens, happens.
It is now officially the last day of the reading rush. It is day 7. I have all of my reading done. I don't know what I'm going to read next still. I haven't really thought about it that much. I've been setting up my live stream as I showed. I'm going to be continuing in Sakuam's dark fantasy coloring book. I've picked this stone girl, and I'm really enjoying how she's turning out right now. It'll be interesting to see what she looks like by the end of my live stream. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go for 2 hours or not. My brain is a little muddled. I probably pushed myself a little too hard yesterday, but however, sometimes I just get into the groove of things and I just start to fly through it. After this live stream, I'll probably go through the bookcase behind me, maybe. Yeah, it'll probably be from this bookcase because I want to read a book that I already own. I don't necessarily want to pick up something that I don't, and I want to do a shorter read. I don't know what that is. I'll find something. I just want something short and quick and easy. I don't know if I necessarily want to go the graphic route or not, though, because I think I want to save those for things like fall into manga love or get graphic with it, those kind of readathons and things like that. I mean, other than that, I don't really have much of an update right now. If I find a book, I will stop and show it to you. Of course, I will show you what my picture looks like at the end of the stream as well, because I like showing that off. And then, of course, there is my book club live show. That'll be later today as well. Besides those two things and maybe getting some reading in, I'm going to try and take it slow today, but still get to bed on time because sleep is a wonderful, glorious thing. So I'll see you soon. Know where mushrooms came in my head, and it's called Meet Cute. Gail Carriger is just amazing. So that'll probably make my day. So I actually got her done today, and I absolutely love the way she turned out. The color palette and everything else, the subtleties. I like it. I like it a lot. And with that, I'm probably going to go and get some lunch. Maybe start reading. Kind of figured out on the live stream, talking with Shay and everybody else, Shay and Elizabeth and everybody else who showed up on stream, that maybe I want to pick up Meet Cute by Gail Carriger. It's part of the Solace series, which I absolutely love. It's just a short little novella. So I think that will be perfect for today. That's probably what I'm going to do. That sounds about right. So I will see you back either when I'm starting to set up for my live stream for the Tell It Again book club, or if I finish Meet Cute. I am going to take a picture of this and get it up on Instagram and YouTube and Twitter. I will talk to you soon. Say hi. So I'm just starting to get set up for Shay and Mai's live stream that's about to happen about 20 minutes from now. I did end up starting Meet Cute. I'm not very far. I'm probably just like several pages in. All I've read so far is the very ambiguous introduction to the story. So I can't say that I've read much. I mostly ate food and then sort of kind of started taking a nap, but didn't really fall completely asleep. I'm just so tired. After this, I probably will end up taking a nap. It's something that is just, it's gonna happen. But otherwise, I'm excited to get this live show started. Of course, I will link it for anybody who wants to watch it after we record it. It, of course, is over on Shay's channel, so little eye icon or down below if you wanna hear all the words we are going to say. It's gonna be fun. It's always a blast talking with Shay about some of these books. And of course, anybody who shows up in the chat, I love it so much. And I guess I'm gonna get to work. Oh, can't even see you over the cord of my video camera. And you guys get to see my awkward setup that I deal with on all of these live streams. I'm like, I try to set it up so that I can like look at you in the face, but that means my camera is right in front of your face.
Oh, gotcha.
It's always so awkward, but it works, I guess.
Yeah.
So everybody say hi
Hi,
to Shay.
guys.
And we're off to possibly do more reading. Maybe.
Yes. I'm going to do more reading.
Yes! So I just completed reading Meet Cute, and it was the most adorable thing ever. Just seeing the first meeting between Alexa and Lord Wolsey and hedgehogs. I love hedgehogs. I love that whole universe, so it was good to just get into that. I don't think I'm going to read any more today. That kind of just hit the right spot. It was the sweetest thing ever. I mean, it wasn't that detailed. It was like 60 some pages, I believe. So that'll be my total for today. I'm not gonna push any more reads because I don't want to burn myself out too much. But if you guys have never read any of the Soulless series, the Parasol Protectorate series, the Finishing School series, I highly recommend that you do. It was nice to see that Wolsey and Alexa, that pairing had been started by some of the former characters that I love in the Finishing School series, just to see that connection, because in the original Soulless series, you don't see a whole lot of those original characters from the Finishing School series. You see a couple of them, at least one of them, but you don't see the main ones. But the fact that they're pulling some of the strings in the background that you didn't really know about up until this point, and definitely in the Custard Protocol series, I liked seeing that. So adorable. But I'm going to end the vlog here. This is going to be my cutoff. I'm going to get all the clips together, upload it, call it good. It has been a journey and a half. And the fact that I'm not half asleep ending this is amazing. It's good not to be sleep slurring at the end of the day, which is why I'm wrapping this up now. I will probably have an official wrap up at some point, but this is just gonna be the end for this rough reading vlog. It's been so much fun. So here's to another year before having to do this all again. I heart all of your beautiful faces. I'm gonna enjoy listening to the thunderstorm that is about to begin. So, and with that, I say bye.